What is up everybody, I'm Jordan or JKU390, and today I'm going to be showing how we play Exploding Kittens. So it came to my attention that a few people might not quite understand how we play this game. Luckily, people have commented letting me know. So I'm going to show how at least we play it. We're assuming the rules are right, but if not, feel free to let me know if you do know how to play. But ultimately, what we have here are two box sets. I'm not actually going to use this one at all. This is the expansion and not safe for work. Everybody starts out by drawing one defusal card. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle that. And 4 normal cards. So this right here would be my hand. Now, these are the Exploding Kitten cards. If you draw one of these and you don't have a defusal, you lose. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, put this in the deck. Actually, I'm going to put these ones in there too, just to hopefully speed it up. So whenever you'd start, here would be your hand. Now, starting off, I've got a few things. I've got an action card, which these are these cards that have something written down at the bottom. This one's attack. So what you would do if you use this card is you end your turn without drawing a card, which forces the next player to take 2 turns. So say I laid this down. Now whoever would go after me obviously would have to do that. And I don't have to draw a card, which is good because you don't want to draw cards in this game. Sure, you might get something good, but at the same time you also might get an Exploding Kitten, thus killing yourself. If they have a card called a Nope card, which I will search for real quick, so they could lay down a Nope card, which is just stops the action of another player. And that works on any card combination except for Defuses and Exploding Kittens. You can't nope either of those. So they could lay this down, and then immediately that no longer matters, and I would have to draw a card anyway. So the next card I would get if they did use that would be another one of these. So they would take their turn, and then it would come, obviously it would come back to me eventually. I've got 2 of a kind right here, well actually 2 sets of 2 of a kind, but all I need is 1. These cards aren't action cards, these are just like random filler cards. If I use a 2 of a kind like this, I can grab 1 random card from another player. So for the sake of setting something up real quick, we'll say this person over here has their hand. I could be like, I want this card. And if they have a nope, they can stop me, but if not, I just get to grab whatever card I want. Which is another attack card, actually. Now, if I had 3 of a kind, we'll just say that this is another watermelon card for now, why not, right? I could actually say, I want blank card. For example, I could say, I want your defusal. If they have a defusal, they have to give it to me, regardless, again, unless they have a stop. If they don't have a defusal, then I wasted my turn, and all 3 of these cards would get put in the discard pile regardless. Alright, so you draw, and you get an Exploding Kitten. We've got this one, little cat walking on the keyboard, blowing everything up. You'd lay it down, and if you have a defusal, you can defuse it. If you don't, you lost and you're out of the game. Also, if you lose, the defusal, at least how we play it, is put out completely and it's just out of the game. Now, if you do defuse it, everybody has to blindfold themselves, which I believe is the B key in Tabletop. Yes it is. And you take this card and you can put it anywhere back in the deck. And I mean anywhere, you can just be like, boop, right there on the top. Or you can move a couple cards off, just make sure you put them back in the right order. Or you can put it at the bottom. And it doesn't really matter, because ultimately you can still screw yourself over, because depending on what cards people have, see, people can end their turn without drawing a card, and eventually it could come back to you. They could use something like this, where you have to actually reshuffle the entire thing. Or see the future, which lets you see the next 3 cards, which again, if somebody uses one of these, everybody has to blindfold themselves. You look at the top 3 cards just by, kind of pulling them off and look at all of them. And that's how those work. So ultimately, the types of cards in this game are shuffle cards, where you get to just reshuffle the deck. Standard cards, where if you have 2 of a kind, you get to randomly draw something from someone else's hand. 3 of a kind, you get to say out loud what card you want from them. The Exploding Kitten, which just means you die. The skip card, which ends your turn without drawing a card, as it says. The attack card, which ends your turn without drawing a card, and the next player gets 2 turns, so they have to draw twice. Nope, which counteracts all of the previous except for defusals and Exploding Kittens. And then the defuse card, which stops an explosion. And that ultimately is how we play Exploding Kittens. Now, if you have any further questions, if I made this more confusing than before, I apologize, but if you have any further questions, any comments, anything that you think we're doing wrong, feel free to let us know. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We got more Exploding Kittens coming. So until next time, everybody, later.